some recall conditioning, some games of recall that we like to do, stuff like that, just to really build up a good solid recall. I always like to use a more high value treat when I'm doing recalls instead of just food, because you know, if you recall them once and you just give them their kibble, they might be like, okay, whatever, cool, thanks for the food. But then if I recall again, they're gonna be like, I get that all the time, I don't really want that again. So I'd like to use something a little more high value when I'm doing a recall, and never ever recall if you're gonna take your dog to give her a bath, load her up and go home, come inside for the night. You don't wanna ever poison that recall. You want a good, solid, good recall. That's why when I'm out on the trails with the dogs, I am constantly doing check-ins, I am recalling them back to me all throughout the entire time we are out, and I'm giving them rewards, and they, at the end of the day, they do love to go back home. But I'm not like just using the recall when we need to leave, otherwise they'll look at you and be like, that means it's time to go. I'm gonna go that way instead of where I want them to go, if that makes sense. So, Goose, come, yes. Always use that marker word. Good girl. Okay. I'm just kind of like releasing her back into the environment. She can go do what she was doing before, which was sniffing around the room. I have no expectations for her because I gave her that okay. Goose, come, yes. As soon as she even like slightly turns her head to look at you. Okay. This time I'm gonna throw her some cookies for that release and kind of encourage, go, I don't actually need you. But as I was saying, anytime they even slightly like go to look at you, that YES should be marked loud and clear so that they know food is definitely coming. Something yummy is coming. Goose, come, yes, good girl. And I am using our chicken freeze-dried treats. Okay. Instead of her food. I normally use her food for training, but when it comes to recalls, you always want to use something a bit more high value, not something like hot dog or sausage or cheese or anything like that, because that's too high value. Just something kind of like in the middle. Goose, come! Hey, puppy, puppy! Hey, yes, good girl. There was a distraction that time, so she kind of was like, okay. Which is exactly why I use that to my advantage. Good girl. Hi, a check-in like that, amazing. Good girl. Okay, go. I love how she instinctively stays and looks at you like, did you need something else, before getting that okay to go do whatever. I don't actually need your attention anymore, and I just love that she does that. Just automatically. A lot of dogs, they get their cookie and they're back off sniffing before you get that okay out. And we gotta like really work on that. To her, it just came naturally, so beautiful. A way we got a good foundation with the recall is we conditioned it. Goose, come. Goose, come. Goose, come. Goose, come. Goose, come. Okay. Really building up that good, solid recall starts with just repeating yourself and giving them food so they understand that those sounds need a treat or a reward of some kind is definitely coming. What a good girl. Nicely done, Scatter.